Okay, this is where we were last day. We were just discussing about the if-else statements as well as three different implementations of getting inputs. We use scanner class to get console input, parameters to get input, and also this GUI one to get the input, GUI message boxes and prompts to get the inputs. We have used all three and just tried. And actually, so how we can use multiple if-else statements is also we have learned that basically, okay, so let's say same thing. If I want to convert this to multiple if-else, so let's convert this very quickly. If it is above 75, you can say your grade is A. Likewise, so again, else if the next statement is maybe you can check whether it's greater than or equal to 60, then the next greater than or equal to 60, then the next condition. Likewise, you can add multiple conditions into this if else, and again else if it is greater than or equal to 50, you can say here B pass and here C pass, or else if it is like 40, then S pass, and finally you can say it's fail, right? Or F, your grade is F or fail. So likewise, you can add multiple if else statement to the same program. Let's execute and see. CD, let's go to the desktop. So see exercise. So where did I save this in documents? Sorry. And it's prompting this. You can see your average is 60 and grade is B. Okay. So take a snapshot if you don't have this. Later you can try. Okay, now let's move to the next part, that is repetition. How can we repeat? How can we add repetitive statements? So that is the third control structure. And after that, we can move to the object-oriented principles. Okay, so let's move to the repetition statements. I'm taking a new file, class. You can do this with me. Exercise 12. And okay, then so the easiest way is adding for loop. So for loop is basically very easy because you can start with a variable, let's say int k equal 1, and you can tell up to which number you're moving, let's say k less than or equal to 10, you are going to do up to 10. What you are going to do is add in 1 to k plus plus, add in 1 to k. Then what you can do is system dot out dot print ln. Let's print the k just to see the number. Saving this as exercise 12.java. I have already one there. Exercise loops. Okay, executing this, and then you can say it's printing from 1 to 10, easiest way. You can try this. So if it is only one statement, you can just mention like that, but there are multiple statements. You have to use curly braces to separate the block relevant to the for loop. So this is the appropriate way of writing the for loop inside the curly braces. But if it is only one statement, without curly braces, you can mention. Remember, only if it is one statement belongs to the for loop, right? You can mention it without this. But normally you need to use the curly braces. But this is okay if it is only one statement, just belongs to just one statement for the for loop. Do this. Let me know if you're getting any errors. Let's do a few exercises with this. And I just need you to print the following. Try to print, try to print odd numbers from 1 to 10. Then even numbers from 1 to 10. Then the square numbers from 1 to 10. Then the triangular number from 1 to 10. One to 100, right? Square numbers 1 to 100, 1 to 55. Then Fibonacci. Let me check the spellings quickly. Correct. Fibonacci numbers. There is 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, blah, blah, blah. That is also the Fibonacci numbers. Try to print this quickly. Right? You can try by your own. So only thing that you have to change is step in here, because you know the same for loop can be applied from here to here. Same for loop can be applied, but you have to change the step in. Right? Change the step in. Okay, how do we change the step in? That is the question. So odd numbers from 1 to 10. Odd numbers are going 2 by 2. So you can here say without k plus plus, you can tell simple thing k equal k plus 2. Increase k by 2 points. So then what will happen? Then when you start compiling and interpreting this, you can see it's printing 1, 3, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Those are the odd numbers. Let's print horizontally, right? Let's print horizontally. I'm using print, not print ln, print. After that, after printing everything, I'm moving to the next line, print ln. Just empty line. Here also, after printing this, I'm moving to the next line, print ln. And when printing k, and after that, plus, keeping a space there. Here also plus a space. That will give you this result. Printing horizontally, right? Okay, now we can continue to do this even numbers, square numbers, triangular numbers. If you need any help, you can ask. But I would like if you can try alone. The set of exercises we have done in Python 2. You have what you need to do is you need to just copy and paste that code maybe, but you have to change the syntax according to the Java. That's it, right? You're starting from 2, going 2 by 2, we'll print even numbers. That is very simple. Then the square numbers, you can just multiply by, just take the square. You can go from 1 to 10 and by 1, you can say k plus 1 or k plus plus, just printing k into k. Then triangular numbers are generated. Okay, let's say the first let's keep a variable, separate variable, int triangular number t, and initial it's equal to 0. And then you can paste this again, similar thing, right? Similar thing, just paste it again. And then you can tell, go one by one. K equal k plus plus, or sorry, k equal k plus 1, no, k plus plus. K plus plus, just going one by one, but the next triangular number should be generated by adding the current triangular number and the k. So that then you can print the triangular number here. But you remember that there are 2 code lines. Therefore, you have to add brackets to indicate these 2 code lines are belongs to the for loop. Then curly braces are must, because like this, there are 2 lines. That is the reason. That is the reason why we are adding curly braces. Now, what will happen starting 0, but to 0, you will add the first number 1, then it will become 1. Then to that 1, you add in 2, that will become 3. To that, you are adding 3, that will become 6. To that, you add in 4, that will become 10. Likewise, it will increase. We have done the same in Python, right? Same thing we have done in Python. Then the Fibonacci series. So here actually you have to find the first and second Fibonacci. Those are this, you can say f1 equal 1 and f2 equal also 1. So both are integers. You have to mention this int and int. Then please print this manually, because first 2 you need to print manually. So that is the first, because first 2, you need first 2 to calculate the next f1, f2, and you need, then you can, after that you can apply a loop and so k, oj, anything. The variable can be any variable, right? Same variable I'm using. Let's move up to 10, okay. Then what you need to do, tell the next, the Fibonacci is generated by adding these 2. Okay, then you can say you have printed first and second Fibonacci, the next Fibonacci. You can say int if f next. F next is basically by adding f1 to f2, right? F1 to f2, and that is the f next, that is 3. 1 plus 1, sorry, 2. And you need to print that f next. But after doing that, you have to change the 1 and 2, because like now f1 is equal to f2, because you have to move it forward, and f2 is equal to F next, because you have to point to the next two numbers. First F1, F2. F1 and F2 are ones. F next is this 2. Then F1 will be this one and F2 will be this one. So F next will be this one. Then F1 will be this one, F2 will be this one, F next will be this one. F1 will be this one, F2 will be this one, F next will be this one. So that process you have to continue. By doing that, you can print. Oh, what is that? Equal sign needed. You can see now Fibonacci numbers are displayed according to that. Okay, you can copy this down, but I would like to modify a little bit of this and just use println and just say add some topics, right? Integers. Okay, after that a new this one I'm adding a new line also, additional new line, and then this integers. Here I'm printing after that odd numbers. To make it more meaningful, I'm doing this. Adding new line to this, additional new line. Here even numbers. Here square numbers. Square numbers. Triangular numbers, and finally Fibonacci numbers. This new line character will add additional new line other than the new line and additional new line. And you can see what will happen with that, and you can see integers, odd numbers, even numbers, square numbers. This additional new line is added with the new line character. And the topics are added. So that is to format the code. So you can write down the last two because we have not done that, the triangular numbers as well as the Fibonacci numbers quickly.